here's me and Sarah Sherman. Here's me and Idina Menzel. And I'm supposed to get one with Adam today.
Well, it seems everybody's been spotting actor Adam Sandler in and around Toronto this summer. He's in Canada filming a new movie for Netflix. It's called You're So Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah, and it's based on a book, and it's about, well, a bat mitzvah. Lots of local people have been cast as extras, and I applied, but I didn't get in. So I did the next best thing, purely for research, of course. I went to Beth Tzedec in Toronto. The synagogue is where the movie's being filmed, and I asked around. So here's what I learned. Sandler and his wife and 2 daughters are in the movie. So is Idina Menzel from Frozen, and she was also in one of Sandler's last films called Uncut Gems. Sarah Sherman from Saturday Night Live is also starring. She plays the rabbi. And so how did Beth Tzedec Synagogue get involved, and what can you see from the road, from the outside of the synagogue?
So a lot of things are different. Here on the outside, we have this beautiful mural that the film crew put up outside the Hendelys Chapel.
I'm Ellen Bessner, and this is what Jewish Canada sounds like for Tuesday, August the 3rd, 2022. Welcome to the CJN Daily, sponsored by Metropia. Adam Sandler's crew has been at the synagogue a couple of times filming since the beginning of July. When I was there, I didn't see him, I didn't see his co-stars, I didn't see anybody famous, really, but I did check out the parking lot where the stars have their trailers, and there's the Netflix mandatory COVID testing table and the catering truck. Beth Tzedec's Rabbi Stephen Wernick was there. He just finished morning prayers and was heading home when I caught up with him. And I asked about the film being timely because his synagogue's just launched a new membership drive to attract young people.
So we expect that we're going to far surpass what our numbers were. But also this year we're going to be searching for a third rabbi whose primary responsibility is going to be engagement of the next generation.
So you have Adam Sandler. Maybe, you can have him be the pulpit.
I was joking with Sarah Sherman, who's playing the rabbi, that, hey, maybe we found our third rabbi.
You said you had some back and forth with some of the stars. So who did you meet and how did you help?
So I've met most of the A-list stars, Adam Sandler and his daughter Sunny, Idina Menzel, Sarah Sherman, and it was just very personable and getting to know them and welcoming them to the synagogue, and they're expressing their appreciation for allowing us into their home. And with Sarah Sherman, who plays the role of rabbi, she wanted some help with the enunciation of the word B'halotcha, which is the name of the Torah reading of the Parsha of the Haftarah.
And did she nail it?
She nailed it.
Okay. Are you getting
She nailed it at that moment anyway. We'll see what it looks like when she gets
Take
up
4.
Right.
Did you have any role at all in the movie? Are you in it?
No.
And how many members are in it? Do you know any of the kids or any of the staff?
There were several casting calls that were put out, including some specific ones in the congregation. I don't know what the actual numbers are, but there are a lot of people, a lot of extras in the movie, and I see a lot of our members and people that are connected with the synagogue that are there. I would estimate maybe a third.
What are the rules as far as kashrut goes? For, like, I see food trucks and everything, right?
Everything that's coming in is kosher. So that was something that was important to us. If people are eating their own food, they're eating it off of the premises. This is something we've done before. This is something that Apex Catering, who is our semi-exclusive caterer, has done before for movie sets. So that was actually, it was not a difficult thing to accomplish. And even better for everyone involved, what I hear from people that are eating the food is that they find it to be delicious. So that's what matters.
That's what matters. One last thing. Did you get any pictures?
Yes.
With the stars?
Yes.
And what are they? Can I see?
You can see them. I don't know if I'm allowed to post them.
No, I don't think you are, but you
Not
can
yet.
show me. Danielle Silverman is Beth Tzedec's point man for the film. So I'm standing here at Beth Tzedec Synagogue, a.k.a. Does it have a different name in the movie?
It's going to be Beth Tzedec Synagogue.
It's no kidding. They're using the name?
They're using the name.
So I'm here, and we have a slightly different look than people who may have seen the synagogue before. Tell me, Daniel, what is different?
Inside the synagogue, of course, they've made other minor modifications to the space. We've reinstated our gift shop, which is something we haven't had on site in about a dozen years, but now it's again full of all sorts of Judaica. The chapel, the interior of the chapel where they're filming today, has been slightly modified to give it a bit of a different feel. Ironically, we actually removed our pews 2 years ago and replaced it with flexible modular seating, and today there's pews back in there, of all things, for the filming today, and a few other changes as well, but for the most part, the space has been left as it normally is, which is something that we feel really great about.
So tell me how this all happened. How did they find you? How did you say yes?
Sure. So back in early May, we got an inquiry from a local location scout who had brought us a previous endeavor 3 years ago, Mrs. America, which turned our front lobby into a 1970s Miami hotel. He reached out to various contacts that he had. They knew they needed a shul. We apparently were one of the first shuls that they came to see, and not only did they like our chapel space for, the bat mitzvah scene in the movie, but we were able to offer them a rabbi's office, which they need for certain scenes, classrooms that they need, this gift shop that they need for certain pieces as well, and also all the spill-out spaces that you need on filming days. You need your places for people to eat. You need where your wardrobe and makeup and where your background performers are going to hang out. You need your green rooms. So we were able to offer them just tons of space. You need the parking as well that we have, and after many return visits, including more people who are local and then eventually some of the higher-ups from Los Angeles, they picked us.
What is this beautiful mural, and how people wouldn't have recognized that it doesn't belong because it's so apropos?
Yeah, we had nothing to do with the input on the design, but after they put it up, we looked at it and said, wait a minute. Our logo is a menorah, the 7-branched candelabra. This is a Chanukiah, the 9-branch, but it looks almost the same. Our main color palette is blue. This mural has a lot of blue in it. And we said, wow, this actually fits, which first of all is credit to the art department to have an understanding of us and who we are to make something fit. And we're inquiring about whether we're going to actually keep it up through the high holidays in the fall. We're trying to get a sense of how long it's actually going to be able
you have to
stay.
rent it back.
Yeah.
So walk me through a day in the life of the synagogue during filming.
Many of the scenes that we have here involve a lot of background cast, some from our shul community, from the broader Jewish community.
I tried. I didn't get in. Did you try?
Yeah, I was actually able to with my wife and daughter. We were in
Oh, you're kidding. Tell me what you did. Are you allowed?
I don't think I am, but hopefully it makes the cut.
So that's cool. Was that your first time ever being in a movie?
Yeah, I believe it was, yeah. Yeah, so we did it mostly for our daughter, who's 8, who wanted the opportunity, and she had a good time.
So
Sure.
tell me about any of the ritual help that you or synagogue or yourself gave to the filmers.
Sure. So they've borrowed a Torah from us for the bat mitzvah scene, and we provided them with a pasul Torah, a Torah that is in need of repair and isn't appropriate for public reading in Jewish ritual. So that way, if something were to happen to it, it's already sort of a Torah that needs fixing. So I was actually here early yesterday morning, just getting it for them, making sure that they were all comfortable with it. They needed it rolled to a specific Torah portion because that's in the script what what they needed, and work with the rabbinic advisors who are on the film, both of whom are out of the Reform movement because that's the context, to just make sure that they were all set and knew what they needed from us.
Is there any other religious things that have been going on that you're aware of that they're doing that is kind of people wouldn't know, but it's cool to know, like that they're following, halakha? Or
The only other thing that we dealt with was also in our chapel. There's the need for the ark to be part of a scene, and in some cases to be open, and we didn't want actual Torah scrolls in the ark, with the ark being open for a non-ritual purpose. So we advised them that we didn't want Torahs in there. At the same time, they fell in love with 4 or 5 of the Torah covers, the Torah mantles that we just happened to have on Torahs in that ark when they came for one of the site visits. So we helped their prop department understand what you needed to build to have a Torah mantle rest on something that resembles a Torah, but isn't
like
actually
a dummy Torah they built.
Yeah, it's the wooden dowels, but with nothing on them. And so the mantle's resting there, and it looks like a Torah, but there's actually no scroll underneath the mantle.
Why is there a sort of a taboo on having Torahs on TV?
It's not about
not for rituals, I mean.
Well, it's more that the Torah is a sacred holy object, and when one takes it out for prayer or for public reading or for study, that should be what we use it for. And to have it just sort of be sitting in the ark with the ark open for secular purposes of any kind. It just didn't sit right with us. And we're very happy that they understood that and that we could creatively come up with a solution that still accomplished what they needed for their shot and met our needs in terms of having the Torahs be used appropriately.
That's very cool. So we need to know, like, who have you personally met, got selfies with, whatever?
So I haven't done any pictures with anybody yet, but I had a chance to welcome Adam Sandler the first day that they were here in their first section back in July. Thank him for coming to our place and for choosing us, and he reciprocally thanked us for being such great hosts, and then off he went to go do whatever he had to do. He did a wonderful job on those days, boosting morale is what I would call it, right? He just would come through every so often and say hi to people, and they're long days, especially when you have so many kids on set, as we had a few in those days when I was here, and his presence just like lights everybody up, and he's a real mensch. Like, he seems to be really genuine and caring, and wanting to interact with people in a really person-to-person way.
How much did they pay Beth Tzedec for this, and what do you get out of it besides a lot of publicity?
Well, I mean, we get some revenue. For us, the revenue is always helpful, right? As everybody knows, synagogues are having to figure out how to continue to sustain themselves. We have a 65-year-old building that has increased upkeep costs. So generating new revenue streams is always important for us, but also generating interest and excitement and awareness about Beth Tzedec as a place is important. In part, it will lead to new revenue streams. We had all these people in here with their younger children who are maybe approaching bar or bat mitzvah age. They were seeing our spaces. They were understanding that this is going to be the room in which a fictional bat mitzvah is happening. They were eating Apex Kosher Catering, our caterer's food, and really enjoying it. And so for us, hopefully there's a spillover from that as well. So when people who are not affiliated with any synagogue start to think, oh, it's coming time for a bar bat mitzvah, or I'm ready to affiliate for whatever reason, we're at the tip of their tongues and on the top of their minds.
Favorite Adam Sandler movie is?
Happy Gilmore.
Worst Adam Sandler movie?
Oh, I haven't seen all of them, so I don't think I can actually.
Have you seen Hustle?
I have not yet seen Hustle. It's on my summer list, and it just keeps getting pushed down the opportunity to see it. But
all right.
We'll get to it.
I also ran into a couple of teenagers who were playing the extras and earning about $100 a day to be in the movie, but they didn't want to talk to me. Their grandmother did, though. She was more than happy to dish the details.
My name is Chava Milgram, and the daily order is we go and we sit until the kids are called to set. And then they go, we sit, and yesterday we were here from 9 till about 9. With lunch breaks, and it was totally delightful.
And is the pink kippas because they made you, or those are your own colors?
The pink is for the bat mitzvah. That's the subject of the movie.
Yeah. But they gave it to you, right? Is that what you have to, those are your own clothes, or you have to buy them? How did that work?
They brought their own clothes according to what they asked for, and then there's wardrobe if they want them to change the shirt or... So
tell me a little bit about the grandchildren. So what are they? How old are they?
One is just turned 14, and one is, how old are you, Liad? 12, next year, bar mitzvah.
Okay, so how did this all happen?
They saw it on Facebook. Adam Sandler's doing a movie, so why don't we do it? Great way to spend the time in the summer.
And they get paid too, right?
And they get paid for sure.
No. So what can you tell me about like where they are inside and what they're doing?
One thing I have to tell you that I found was just so delightful. Everything that they do is kids first. So when we went to eat, let the kids go first, not the adults. Even when we got paid at the end of the day, the kids bring your stubs first and then go. So I thought that was like amazing.
Did you get to see Adam Sandler?
Yes, I did. We said hello, and my grandson actually got a picture with him. Got so excited.
Did he say anything?
What did he say? Follow me.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, because he asked him in the morning, and he didn't have enough time in the morning. But in the afternoon, he said, go get your camera. Let's go.
Oh, you're allowed to take pictures inside? That's cool.
No, when he was finished at the end of the day.
You sure you guys don't want to say anything? Yeah. All right. Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye.
Sources say the crew will also be filming at the Royal York Hotel in Toronto and at the Liberty Grand restaurant for a party scene next weekend. Overall, filming set to wrap on August the 12th. And that's what Jewish Canada sounds like for this episode of the CJN Daily, sponsored by Metropia. Integrity, community, quality, and customer care. Today's listener shout-out goes to Susan Viner-Verret of Ottawa. She's an old camp friend of mine from Camp B'nai B'rith, and she recommended my podcast while she was golfing. We'll end the show with a reminder that if you want to get in touch with us, drop me an email at ebessner@thecjn.ca. Thanks for listening to the CJN Daily.